Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome now to the Basketball Champions League Group C fixture between our hosts, Smoky Minsk, and the visitors, the 2018 champions of the Basketball Champions League, AEK from Athens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a very, very competitive fixture between these two teams. Both teams fighting. One team pretty much destiny in their hands, while the other team needs to win by a certain amount of margin. Talking about Smoky Minsk, they must win by 26 points in hope of giving themselves a chance of qualifying for the playoffs. Well, this Group C has been very, very competitive, to say the least, with the likes of teams such as Hapoel Holon, and not to mention Cholet. Those two teams will be taking part against each other at the same time. And it could be a situation where every team in the group tonight could be 3-on-3, and that is how it could end. Well, one thing for AEK, for them to qualify, they just simply need to beat Smoky Minsk. It's as simple as that. But for the hosts, they must beat AEK by 26 points or more and hope that Hapoel Holon beats Cholet. Well, as you can imagine, destiny is not on their side. But that could be changed tonight. Smoky Minsk has proved in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, and they are a team that can turn things around. There you can see Holon there sitting top of the group. But again, it could be a possibility. Everybody could be 3-on-3 tonight. If Minsk could beat AEK, and Cholet can pull off a big victory against Hapoel, Unet Credit Holon. Well, the qualification system, as we mentioned, is a very, very tricky one tonight. But for the hosts, as we've already said, it's pretty much a mountain to climb against a team with championship experience and runners-up last season in the 2020 Basketball Champions League final. But tonight, it's now or never. They got to give it everything, and they got to go for it. Oh, just look at some of the players that we're featuring for tonight's team, of course, and I guess we'll look at the hosts. I mean, they've had some very spectacular players. Well, actually, we'll look at AEK first. Likes of Yannick Moreira, but Keith Langford, the veteran, 37 years of age, really has been leading the way. Greek internationals such as Linos Chrysikopoulos and Dimitris Mavroidis is the only player to feature for AEK that won the championship in 2018. Well, it's pretty much a very similar squad that featured last season, making it all the way to the final. Marcus Slaughter as well playing for AEK, but now we'll take a look at some of the top players for Smoky Minsk. Well, Salash has been their top scorer so far this season. He's averaging about 15 points per game, but look out for Rob Lowry, playing about 29 minutes a game, averaging 13.6 points. He's a very effective player. Not to mention to have very strong players. Verominko will, no doubt, we'll see him coming to the lineup. Not the biggest scorer in the lineup, but again, very pivotal player. Pushnavar as well. No doubt they'll be counting on him and his presence to make a difference. Well, like it's just business as usual. They featured every season so far in the Basketball Champions League. And if you go back to 2018, well, they made a miraculous run to the final. It was a three-pointer by the infamous Dusan Shakota against Mehdi Bayreuth on the final game day of the Basketball Champions League in 2018 in the regular season. And they went on to play a very competitive playoff fixture against Irreversible Nürnberg, in which it was a Kevin Punter three-pointer. So they're going to be led by that man, Keith Langford. Keith Langford is arguably MVP caliber again this season. I mean, he's just such an exciting player. Definitely one that you can put the ball in the hands of Linos Chrysikopoulos. Again, a big man who's had his struggles on the perimeter, but again, can play both inside and outside. Well, Nikos Gikas has been one of the top perennial point guards. And there, as we mentioned, Dimitris Mavroidis, the veteran, who was a champion with the Queen, Ikitrini Mavri, back in 2018. Well, like coached by the famous Ilias Papavedoro, the man who was with PAOK a few seasons back in the Basketball Champions League. Well, we look at now the lineups of Smoky Minsk, and you know, one player to watch out, that man right there, Robert Lowry, as we mentioned, originally from Fortsville, Maryland, played his university basketball at the University of Dayton. He started his pro career back in 2010 in Germany and has played for a plethora of amazing basketball teams throughout Europe. She played for VEF Riga back in 2014, as well as Tovarde Pierniki Toronia, who also last year featured in the Basketball Champions League. Well, he'll have a bit of experience against his I team as he played last year in the Greek League. so he'll know all about these Ike players. Well, the thing about Minsk is, you know, couldn't get any tougher than this. I mean, they're coming off a pretty disappointing defeat in the VTB United League against Jelona Gora, in which they lost on Sunday. And again, they're going to have to really bounce back, but it doesn't get any tougher than this. Well, Rostislav Vergun, a very, very prominent and well-respected coach within Belarus. Really, he's worked with the national team, but he's only worked really with 2 clubs. Well, we'll just get set now to introduce our officials for tonight's game, ladies and gentlemen. And we're very proud to say we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. And again, our officials are coming from Spain, Italy, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. As we have Antonio Conde, Manuel Mazzoni, and Ademir Zurapovic. Well, again, we're very grateful for all the hard work of all of our officials. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do so here tonight live in the Basketball Champions League. Well, now we're going to get set to look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. And again, I think we're going to take a look at the home team first. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Lowry really playing the point forward role tonight for Smoky Minsk. I mean, they're going to have to really depend on him to play high-tempo basketball. Remember, they need to win by 26 points. And again, we see Antonio Conde, Manuel Mazzoni, and Ademir Zurapovic coming from Bosnia-Herzegovina, Italy, and Spain. Thank you to the hard work of our officials here at the Basketball Champions League. Well, there you can see Nikos Gikas. I mean, he had such a great time at the Sweet 16, sorry, for the Basketball Champions League. Well, the final later, pardon me, actually, excuse me on that one. I mean, he was phenomenal. I mean, they went up against a very, very tough San Pablo Burgos team, but Gikas will be in the starting lineup. Jonas Micholas, the Lithuanian veteran, along with Yannick Moreira down low, while Matthew Loyeski and Kingsley Moses. It's a very big Ike team. I mean, one thing they're going to think about going against Smoky Minsk is try to use the amount of size. I mean, Yannick Moreira is traditionally a down-low player, and again, renowned for his mid-range game, but again, it's a big lineup. There you can see Coach Ilias Papavedoro was once coaching PAOK, a rival team here in the Basketball Champions League, and what a phenomenal coach. He is very well respected in Greek and European and international basketball, for that matter. Well, now we're going to look at the starting lineup here for the home side, Smoky Minsk, and again, would be definitely seeing everything that rolls around Lowry tonight. Well, Chris Clyburn, I imagine, will also be there. You can see he will be in the backcourt. Derek Cook Jr., along with Belianaku, and Benjamin Pavel Dodu will also make up the backcourt for Smoky Minsk. Well, it's now or never for Smoky Minsk. I mean, they really have to make sure if any game counted tonight, it's definitely against Ike. If they want to give themselves a chance, they've had a miraculous season. Well, they had to qualify for the Basketball Champions League. And Coach Rostislav Vergun, as we mentioned, having worked for Smoky Minsk in a variety of roles for the second team, player development. And right now is their time. They must shine, but it doesn't get any tougher against a team with championship experience, such as Ike, 2018 champions, and last year's runner-up. They'll be wanting to get back to the final and add another trophy back at the Waka.
Here are the starting fives for the two teams. Team Ayak, команда Ayak. Number 2, номер 2, Yannick Moreira. Number 8, номер 8, Jonas Micholas. Number 20, номер...
Well, the officials now will get set. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here live in the city of Minsk in the wonderful country of Belarus. It is live, the Basketball Champions League. Don't go anywhere. The players are ready, the officials are ready. We're set for tip.
Number 21, номер 21, Chris Clyburn. Number 24, номер 24, Benjamin Pavel Dodu.
Well, tempo is going to be very key between these two teams. You'd imagine Ike is going to really try and slow things down with the size they have of them. It's a big lineup they've gone with. Well, Moses, not to mention, along with Yannick Moreira. The one thing about Masholis that you know is that he's one of those versatile players that can play on the perimeter, but more importantly, he's one of those glue players that acts as an off guard and sometimes can't play down low. Well, the ball is up and we're underway. Well, Smoky Minska will now get the first possession of the game. And tempo, as we mentioned, is got to be key for them. They got to try and get off to a very quick start. Well, looks for options down. Again, comes up one screen. Bit of contact, steps back from the mid-range, takes the jump shot, knocks it down. Well, that's a good look there early on for Lowry. And again, if he can get that going early, can put Ike under a bit of pressure. Gigas now gives the ball up. Comes off one screen. Well, there's the pick and roll down the lane. Masholis all the way. Well, the veteran made the cut back door and just went in for a little feast with a crab jam. Beautiful backdoor play by Jonas Masholis. I mean, right there, dish off. Throw it down, Jonas. Down the other end now, Lowry Jr. Bit of contact in and out, has to kick it, turns it over, and now Ike can push in transition. Masholis, can we get it again? All the way, dish it out, and I think he turns it over. Goes out of bounds. Well, actually, I think a foul's been called. Well, the official, I believe, has called the foul on Beliaku. Excuse me, Beliaku, sorry. So we'll be baseline ball now to Ikitalini Mavri, the Yellow Blacks of Ike. Gigas now finds the ball into Masholis. Gets top of the key, under the basket, throw it down. Well, the high-low play is just too easy for Ike. I mean, they got the ball to Yannick Moreira. The high posted double team came, and he had a wide open Moses. I mean, how easy is that? I mean, that's practice play right there. Well, they get a look in the corner. Dodu tries a three, can't get it. And now Ike will try to push this one. Again, there's no need to rush for Ike right now. I mean, the W will more or less cement their outcome in the playoffs, but no need to play a very high-style game. Get into the half court. Here comes the pick and roll again with Gigas, and an offensive foul's been called. Well, it looks like Yannick Moreira setting a legal screen. Well, Nikos Gigas is definitely one of the greatest point guards so far here in the Basketball Champions League. I mean, how effectively he uses the pick and roll, but again, I think he moved a little too early on that one, which forced Yannick Moreira to kind of move on the screen, but Smoky Minska now with another chance to get back into this game. Kleiber now has to kick out. Well, thought about it, takes a three. The three is up and it's good. Well, that's much better. Well, that's one thing for Smoky Minska, especially Chris Kleiber. If he can get something going from the perimeter, definitely keep them in the game. Looking for time now, tries to throw it to Masholis. Masholis kicks back out. Good ball movement now. Gigas to get in the corner. Bit of contact all the way, can't get it. Kleiber comes up with it now, goes down the middle. Hesitation all the way. Another kick out. Wide open look, doesn't take it. Well, Kleiber made his last three. Can't get this one. Oh, loose ball foul. They're diving all over it, but I come up with it. And now you can see that Smoky Minska really trying to come up with every loose ball. It looks like another foul's been called under the basket. I believe that one's on Benjamin Pavlodou. Well, there was the mismatch problem again. You can see Ike, Coach Ilias Papadedro, has done a good job of scouting this team and understanding that the size of Yannick Moreira and Moses is going to cause some problems. Well, thought about taking the three in the lane. Moreira goes up, can't get it. Well, they come with a loose ball. Now they got numbers, 3-on-1. Back to alley-oop. Oh, well, he almost connected with it. And again, that was going to be a top 5 play. And now Gigas transition. Well, Yeski goes in, finds it. Moreira under the basket. Oh, he missed again. Gets his own rebound, and again he misses. Gets a third time. Can he get it? Well, kicks out now, takes it, sinks a triple. But Yannick Moreira was struggling down low, but was able to kick the ball out. He found a wide open Matthew Lajeski. Kleiber now kicks this one out now. Lowry tries another three-pointer, nothing but net. And again, the perimeter shots will keep sinking now for Smokey Mitska. They got to keep shooting those all night long if they're going to come up with a big victory, which they need, but Gigas doesn't use the screen now. He'll pull up for a three-pointer. Can't get it. Kleiber comes up with a rebound. Lowry Jr. now looking to isolate. Takes in the lane, dish it off. Bit of contact, goes up, can't get it. Masholis keeps this one alive, and now Gigas now 6 on the shot clock. Now they got to get something going. Now here's a shot for Yanni Moreira, top of the key, and that's where the high-low is going to cause a lot of problems to Smokey Mitska. Yanni Moreira does have that mid-range touch. Lowry now gives this one up to Kleiber. Kleiber looking to isolate, crosses over, pulls up for a mid-range shot, doesn't get it. Lajeski with a rebound, and now Ike will try to push this one again. Just gets a handoff of Moreira. Moreira turns it over. Oh, but Lajeski gets it back now. Ike's got numbers. Cross court finds Gikas. Gikas goes baseline, draws a foul. Corner now thought about taking a three-pointer, but again, defense very suffocating. And another foul's been called. That's back-to-back fouls, so he might have to go to the bench and take a breather. Well, that was tough play by Derek Cook Jr. because, again, got caught off on the screen and just slight bit of hesitation there by Lajeski, able to draw the foul. Comes off one screen now. 4 on the shot clock now. He's got to get something going. Pulls up for a deep, deep three. Way off the mark. Well, under 10 on the shot clock, but they got to get something going to pull up for a long mid-range 2. Can't get it. Again, this is where I just need to slow things down and really play at that tempo. No need to rush anything. Takes a 3 by Lajeski. Can't get it. And goes out of bounds. It will be Smokey Mitska ball. Well, looks like Mitska's going to make a change, and looks like they're going to bring in Blizniuk into the game. Probably just give him that bit of an extra option on the perimeter. He'll play point guard duty roles. He's got to keep things under control, trying to get them into their sets early. Comes off one screen now. Well, steps back, takes a deep, deep 3. I think he turned down the temperature in this arena. This is way off the mark. Oh, what a pass under the basket, and he seals him off. Oh, great vision. But Lajeski does so well just to seal him off there. But again, what a sublime pass. In the low block just to get the early 2 points down low. Well, here comes the pick and roll option now. Well, he's got options, has to kick this one out. Goes down the middle, in with a finger roll, gets rejected well. Loyeski now looking to back down, sees the mismatch, spins around. Has to kick this one out to Moreira. Moreira spins around, pump fakes. Oh, beautiful move. Yannick Moreira going to work in the low block, making it look so easy. Well, that's what he's out there for. When he has that back down game, he has that sort of Hakeem Dream, Olajuwon skill set, just to go to work in the paint. Comes off one screen now, tries him with another finger on again. Great defensive work by Yannick Moreira. Well, this is where Ike will just punish you because they have the ability to sit back on defense and just use the size. But now Loyeski backs down Moreira, top of the key. Yannick Moreira is cooking right now, and he is definitely taking this game over. And Smoky Minska have to call timeout.
Мы не делаем читал, тупо слушай сюда. Ралуешь вместе с ним, он идет 2 на 1. Очки должны быть, куда ты идешь сейчас? Full stop with trap from baseline. Идем агрессивно, направляя сразу next one. Trap! Агрессивно играем в защите. Не даю возить себя, с самого начала принимаем играть. Давай так. Давай так. Идем. 45. Стафик, ты играешь как второй. Ты будешь играть от пик. Атакуешь. Дёня, валишь. Лёха. Максимально.
Well, there was the range from Lowry there, but again, they've needed more of that this evening. Other players, but look at Yannick Moreira. That's just a smooth mid-range shot. The high-low play is really working well for Ike. Smoky Minska really struggling to guard him in the low block. Well, use the screen now, steps out, takes a big, big three, got it! Well, that's the third tray ball now, the quarter for Smoky Minsk. And that's a deep, deep three by Stabruski. Well, just had the confidence there to come off the pick and roll and just set that one back. But it looks like another foul's been called on Smoky Minsk now. Yeah, just came off too aggressively on the screen set by Yannick Moreira now. Well, Trasnitsky will get called for the foul, but now Ike in the penalty, so Marcus Slaughter will go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, what a fantastic career Marcus Slaughter's had. I mean, he's been such a key addition to the Ike process in the last few seasons. Playing for some of the top clubs so far here in Europe. Originally from California, played at San Diego State University. Actually started his career with Basketball Champions League rivals Pinaka Shiyaka back in 2006. So he makes a second free throw. Well, there goes the pick and pop. Now they have the option. The three's in the corner. The three is nothing but net. Well, Smoky Minska relying on their perimeter shooters. There you can see Pushtava nailing the tray ball. Well, Light now down the other end, really making things work down on the low block as they get the ball now to Keith Langford, who's just checked into the game. And what a pass. Slaughter in the lane, kicks out. Langford takes a three. Got it. Well, you cannot leave Keith Langford wide open because this guy is MVP caliber. Comes a screen now. Takes the long two, doesn't get it. Well, that's one thing that Smoky Minsk will do themselves a lot of favor. They can come up with a lot of second chances. They can try and stay in this game, but again, a lot of isolation pay. Turns around from the free throw line, can't get it. Looks like a foul's been called under the basket. I think they've called that one on Marcus Slaughter. I believe Slaughter was just probably in the legal position there on the box out, trying to plead his case. Well, here's the shot. Slaughter's under the basket. I think Slaughter's trying to argue that his arm was caught up, but it's possibly the contact before the box out the official scene there because it did look like it was a little bit of a push-off, but under a minute to go now here in the first quarter. Smoky Minska trailing this one by 6 points.
Идет последняя минута первой четверти матча.
Comes a handoff now, takes a three-pointer. Hits the front iron now, can't get it. Langford now with the ball in his hands. Comes off one screen, kicks out. Three is up, doesn't get it. Offensive rebound, they go straight up, but they can't get it. Well, Chris Clyburn now back into the game for Smoky Minska. Now will do a lot of favors for them. I mean, just give them that little bit of a boost from the perimeter and in the backcourt that they've needed. 3 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So Smoky Minska could get the last shot, but foul's been called, I believe. Again, it's on Marcus Slaughter. So now he's picked up his second personal foul now in under 30 seconds.
The second personal foul.
Well, it's a bit of a careless foul to give away. I mean, it's the reaching was unnecessary. That's his second personal foul, 14 fouls. So now Smoky Minska can't get the last shot of the first quarter. You can see Ike now just making a change and bring in Marcus Slaughter out of the game so he doesn't pick up another foul. Well, they got to get the ball in bounds before it goes to 5 seconds violation, but they get it in. Well, here comes the isolation now. He's got a few seconds. Goes down the middle, fakes, puts up a little teardrop, and he gets it to go right at the end of the first quarter. Well, Andre Stabruski took it inside with the trees, gave a little pump fake, a spin out. Oh, what a way to get the last shot of the first quarter, but as it stands, Ike still ahead of this one, 20-16 in this Group C fixture of the Basketball Champions League. I'll just show you some stats now. You can see Ike shooting 6 for 11 from within the rainbow and 2 for 6 from downtown. Smoky Minska, 50% with 4 tray balls, but have yet to get to the free throw line this evening. I'll just show you some highlights from the first quarter. Well, this is where the high-low play was causing problems, and Masholis went all the way to the bucket. That's what you get from the veteran. You can see Clyburn showing the perimeter range. He nails that one. Well, there was the three from Loyeski. Answering down the other end. And one thing that I can do is they can start to cook it up. But Yannick Marrera, as we've seen, he's got to play that high-low play position all night long. And again, they cannot allow him to get the ball. Once he gets the ball there, he's not going to dish it down low to most. But what a pass there by Masholis. I mean, that is veteran years. I mean, look at this now for Marrera, the spin around and just a beautifully kissed off the glass. Spins and a pump fakes. You gotta love it. Yannick Marrera just taking this game over. Against Stabruski there, you can see keeping him in this game with the perimeter shooting. Smoky Minska, for them to stay in this game, they've got to shoot well from the perimeter, but more importantly, they got to be able to create good shots and find those open looks. It's very tough to break down a very experienced championship caliber defense of Ike, but right now, struggling to get the ball in bounds, and great defense off the ball by Smoky Minska. Langford now with the ball, looking to go pick and roll. That's one thing about Keith Langford. Every time he's got the ball, I mean, he's just so dangerous. High-low play, they turn it over. And now Lowry back into the game, will look to push. Lowry pulls up for a three in transition. Can't get it. Well, you know, with Smoky Minska, they got to come up with some good shots. And even though that was wide open, again, you probably want to see them play just a little bit more patient. Try and move the ball and get a better option, but Now Langford going the pick and roll with Yannick Marrera. Marrera throws a lob. Well, I thought it was a lob, but it was actually a little teardrop, and now he goes to the 8 points, the top scorer of the game. But Yannick Marrera really enjoying playing that high post roll. Now Foreich in the lane, goes up with another little jump hook, and again, answers down the other end. A great play by Derek Cook Jr. That's his first 2 points of the game. Splits the screen now. Finds Marrera. Marrera gets fouled. Gets the and one. Well, Yannick Marrera is taking this game over. Well, they got to sort out the pick and roll. I mean, look, in the lane, one little dribble. There's a double team to contact. I mean, that is just aggressive. Remember, Yannick Marrera actually won the Basketball Champions League back in 2019 when he was playing in Bologna. Again, he's another player that understands what it means to be a champion in this competition. Proud member of the Angolan national team that played at the FIBA World Cup in China. And again, spectacular player he is. I think the officials are probably just going to review if the foul was on the ground or if it was in the process of shooting.
Okay, sir, I want to see the replay of the foul, okay, just to see if we are getting it. Show me in the normal speed, but from the baseline. From baseline, please. Yes. Okay, one replay.
Same camera.
Same camera, yes. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks. Let me. I think it's better to stay with the normal foul because he tried to attempt the ball. After was another contact, but it was not enough. Okay, so with the normal foul, we have one free throw.
Well, I believe the officials actually were looking to see if there was any illegal hold there. As you can mention, they were trying to see a normal foul, but the and one will count. So Marrera will go to the free throw line now for the and one play. Well, the score currently right now, 24-18 in favor of Vikings. They have a 6-point lead, but now Yannick Marrera, the Angolan national, will have a chance to put him up by 7 points. Well, he makes a 3-point play. Well, like now putting on a bit of full court pressure man-to-man, but again, nothing that Lowry can't handle in the backcourt. Finds Clyburn now, gets a handoff. Oh, all the way in the lane, dish off. Clyburn, bit of contact, and that's a beautiful setup play and much better movement on and off the ball by Smoky Mitska. Well, started by the fake on the handoff and a little penetration, just dished it out to Clyburn. Again, one thing Smoky Mitska's been making too easy for Ike is just making Ike stand still on defense. You got to make the move and get him out of position, but Clyburn now will shoot these 2 free throws. Well, he missed the first one, originally from Detroit, Michigan. Played at UNLV and actually started his career last season in Poland. Just settling into life here in Belarus. He misses 0 for 2 for the free throw line, but the tip back by Derek Cook Jr. There you can see Papadendou not happy with the box out. Langford turns it over, and again, sloppy play by Ike there, but again, you can just credit the much more physical and intense defense by Smoky Mitska. Now not letting anything easy for Ike. That's a careless foul there. Well, Demetrius Moraitis got all the way up in the face of Rob Lowry. Then Lowry gets the ball. I mean, there's no need to get that close to him. I mean, he's at half court. He's not going to shoot the ball from there, but Yeah, it's a silly foul to give away, but well, Nikos Gikas now has to come back in and just restore a little bit of order in the backcourt for Ike. There you can see Lowry acknowledging the mismatch and wants to post up. Lowry goes down the middle, tries a lob pass to Clyburn. Clyburn steps back from the mid-range. Oh, it's smooth. Well, got him with the step back in the mid-range, nothing but net. And now he moves up to 6 points. Gigas now gets a handoff with Keith Langford. Langford with the ball in his hands, pulls up in the mid-range. Off the front iron, doesn't get it. And now Smokey Minsky can push. Comes off one screen with Cook Jr. in the lane, finds Cook Jr. under the basket. Off the back, oh, he doesn't get it. Well, he fooled me on that one. It looked like it was a smooth touch off the backboard, bounced out. Doesn't go out of bounds, and look at the hustle by Derek Cook Jr. Well, Derek Cook Jr. was diving for the ball. I mean, that's how much he wanted it, but it was out of bounds. But you can see Gigas just fell over and it went out of bounds. I'm looking at this from Derek Cook Jr. I mean, that is what any coach would love to see. You can see the Ike fans just making the short journey. I'm sure many of them living in this region. Well, Coach Ilias Papadendorou, you can see wanting a bit of a more intensity and a bit of a response from his players. You can see the traveling fans of Ivasalisa Ikitrini Mavri. Well, led by that man, as you can see, Yannick Moreira with 11 points. He's been their best player so far this evening. Lowry now looks to attack. Lowry kicks this one. Oh, no, he turns it over. And now Keith Langford comes up with a loose ball. Langford looks like he's going to go down the middle. Goes in a little teardrop. Gets the and one. Well, Langford took it down the middle. Made a little bit of contact off Lowry. He just kissed that one off the glass. Well, that's the kind of player Keith Langford is. I mean, he's just simply a nightmare to guard with the left hand. But he can beat you in many ways, get into the basket. But again, when a player like that can shoot the ball, I mean, you have no choice but to defend him and overcommit. Well, he makes a three-point play. He now moves up to 6 points. Clyburn now gets another handoff. Back out to Lowry now. Lowry's going to go pick and roll with Derek Cook Jr. Well, they try another three-pointer. The three is up. The three is sweet. Nothing but net. Well, they are raining threes right now here in Belarus. Well, beautiful rotation. Got it again, just smooth as you like. I believe that was a two-pointer. I think his foot was possibly on the line. Comes off one screen now with Moreira. Down low to Moreira now. Yannick going to go to work. Again, there's the problems with Smokey Minsky. Once they get those mismatches with either Moses or Yannick Moreira down low, it's only going to be one option. They got to foul him. Well, Smokey Minsky now looks like they're going to take a changes. Alexander Kostavaz now is going to come back in. Here comes the pick and roll now with Gikas and Yannick Moreira. Gikas gives this one up. Well, they got to get a shot off. Only a few seconds left. He's got to shoot it. 24-second violation. Well, Lowry comes up with it. Lowry goes all the way. Bit of contact. Doesn't get it. I believe they're going to count the basket. So the points will go to Lowry, and I believe that was a touch on the backboard, I believe. Well, here was the fast break by Lowry. Just there from Langford, the touch on the backboard. Automatic 2 points. Kikas now using that screen bounce pass. They have a wide open three. They take it. No good. Lowry with a rebound. And now Smoky Minska just believing in confidence. Lowry crosses over, spins. Oh, my Lord. How did he get that move? I mean, that was beautiful. I mean, he took that in transition, gave it a crossover, a spin out. And then the final serving on the four-course meal was a wraparound finger roll. The foul is on Yannick Marrera.
Замена в команде АЭК. На площадку вышли Йонас Мачулис, номер 8, и Мэтт Лаэски, номер 24. Замена в команде АЭК. На площадку вышел Маркус.
Well, he'll now go to the free throw line to make it 3-point play. Yannick Marrera will go to the bench to take a breather. Well, Rob Lowry, veteran player. Again, as we mentioned, the University of Dayton played for a plethora of great basketball clubs here in Europe. Last year, he played in Greece, so he knows all about these AEK players. He now moves up to 10 points. Well, he averages 13 points per game here in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League for Smoky Minska, but right now, tonight, mission impossible, but he's going to need to put up some serious dimes. Langford steps back, and a tiro tria para Coló. Well, Keith Langford, it was only a matter of time.
Мяч засчитан.
I mean, that is a tough mismatch. I mean, Keith Langford, you think you got him. That shot's up. Kali Nikta. And one. Well, doesn't capitalize on the 4-point play. But again, I come up with an offensive rebound. Kikas gets it right back to Keith Langford. Now Langford looks like he's going to isolate. Hesitates in the lane, goes up with a little teardrop, doesn't get it. Almost got his own rebound, but now Smoky Minska can push down the other end. Lowry now attacks, puts up a shot. Well, now I think the argument is that the foul was on the ground, so I don't believe that will count, but Lowry right now is putting on a show out there.
Мэтт Лаэски, номер 24, первый фол. The first
We can see that his instincts as a backcourt player and a scorer, as soon as you make that contact, you want to be in the process of shooting, but again, Rob Lowry, probably just a split second too slow there.
АЭК 4.
An unbelievable shot. Lowry hesitates, fades away, tough shot, doesn't get it. Langford comes up with a rebound, but he's fouled by Chris Clyburn.
Номер 21, первый фол.
Well, 2 shots now for Keith Langford. Well, originally from Fort Worth, Texas, played at the University of Kansas. Well, his first basketball career outside the United States was in Italy back in 2006 as he makes a second free throw. I mean, we're talking about a player who's played for some of the top clubs in Europe, and again, 37 years of age. He doesn't look like he's slowing down any point soon. Hesitation now, has to kick this one out. 5 on the shot clock, goes all the way to the lane. Fades away out of bounds, doesn't get it. Big rebound by Masholis, and again, looks like he's gonna slow this one down and try and get into a pick and roll in the half court. Masholis again, what a pass. Oh, it's a carbon copy, and it's the same 2 players. Well, Masholis, I mean, that is literally deja vu. Same play executed, same people, same facilitator, and the same scorer. Comes off one screen now, had the option on the pick and roll, didn't get the ball to him. Again, the guy get a shot off, and foul has just been called. Oh no, carrying violation. So another turnover. So you can see when they take Lowry out of the lineup, again, not a lot of options for Smoky Mitska to really execute things. Well, they're going to make another change now as Blizniuk comes back in again. Blizniuk has played some good minutes so far. Loyeski goes down to Masholis now. Oh, backdoor pass. Another kick out. Beautiful ball move. Well, Gigas had the three, didn't take it. Down low to Slaughter. Slaughter gets away with that one. Langford pump fakes Langford. Doesn't get the and one, but I'm not sure what they called there, but again. I think the officials are just going to discuss, because I felt that Keith Langford was fouled, but well, that's a tough situation. Looks like a jump ball's been called. Thanks to Coach Papadedro. Or possibly it was the contact behind the backboard, I believe, on the basketball as he made the pass, possibly. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, a turnover now for Ike. So goes out of bounds, and again, it will be Smoky Mitska ball. And again, they got to work harder and try and get open on the wings, but Keith Langford, you know he's going to overcommit, so you got to go back door and make that bit of contact. Derek Cook Jr. now looking to isolate against Slaughter, but Hassel looks like he's going to kick this one out. Goes in with a wild shot, gets his own rebound. Well, Masholis comes up, and now Keith Langford in transition. Well, Langford now, exact position he wants to go to isolate in the lane, and again is going to get the and one. As Keith Langford does what he does best, and that is simply put the ball in the basket. And now Smoky Mitska going to have to call timeout. The foul is on Lemanis, and that's now his second personal foul of the game.
Давай, force three with Chris. Hand off, flat, ты здесь играешь. Steve, you play as the point. And then you attack. In the flare, we look for Chris to attack. If no, no pass, we go play the speed. Okay? Давай, дождался, пауза здесь, момент, когда они играют, этот пик идет. Let's try. Defensively, we go zone one. D. We go zone one. Zone. 2-3 zone. D in the middle, two guards, Vlad and T, and Chris and Pen on the side. Let's go.
Smoky наперед! Smoky наперед! Smoky наперед!
Well, as we mentioned with Keith Langford again, one of the more experienced Americans, 37 years of age, makes a three-point play. He's just such a fantastic basketball player to watch. Well, under 3 minutes to go now as Ike building their biggest lead of the game so far by 8 points. Comes off one screen now. Has to kick this one out. Well, they haven't made a three in a while. They take another one way off the mark. Langford with a rebound. Langford, oh, he turned it over. Well, great defense by Chris Clyburn. Well, that's just the simple plays. The extra effort you make now makes a penetration, hangs in the air, doesn't get it. Cook with a rebound. Well, gets caught in, I believe, a jump ball, but I think they're going to call a foul there on Masholis. Well, there you can see Cook Jr.'s got it. Well, the thing that Masholis does, he goes across his arms. So, I mean, it's a good call by the official. So now, Derek Cook Jr. will have 2 free throws. Well, played at the University of Wyoming. And again, he actually started his career back in Greece in 2015. He was actually playing last in Canada for the Hamilton Honey Badgers. So he makes a second free throw. Well, in the corner now, takes it down the middle. Well, deep 3 by Masholis, can't get it. The rebound by Cook Jr., but now Smokey Minsky can push this one. Well, great pick and pop play, they turn it over. Well, good hands by Marcus Slaughter. Well, Slaughter did very well there just to stay his ground and just to get his hand in the passing lane. Well, Laplace throws it out of bounds and sloppy play, but it kept it alive. And now Smokey Minsky come over the ball. Well, Cook Jr.'s got to be careful. He don't turn it over, but again, Blizniak comes up with a loose ball. Blizniak comes off one screen, a bit of a lob pass, another turnover, sloppy play. Well, you can see they're going for a lob pass, but Ike just collapsing in the lane and not allowing it to happen. Well, under a minute to go now as Ike lead this one by 7 points. And Gikas with the ball in his hands, and it looks like Minsky's gone into a 2-3 zone, and again, Langford comes up with a big shot. Keith Langford, Yatris Parakolo. Well, he does what he does best and simply lets it rain from the perimeter. Already has 16 points, and that's coming off the bench 9 minutes into the first quarter. Now 20 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock, and Ike with a 10-point lead. Goes in with a little lob, can't get it. Masholis with another rebound. He's got Loyeski ahead. They turn it over. Well, they got time now. No need to shoot it. And Clyburn, again, makes the right choice, but wants to run this one down for the last shot. Excellent decision there by Chris Clyburn, acknowledging that he was wide open, but also that they want to go for the last shot, not allow Ike another chance to take any big lead. Deep, deep 3. Got it right at the end of the first half. And Chris Clyburn, again, if a decision could have been worthy enough, that was the greatest decision of the game. I mean, look at this. Blizniak comes off one screen right in the face of Slaughter at the end of the first half. And cuts it down to a 7-point ball game. But again, credit to Chris Clyburn, who was wide open for probably 3 to 5 seconds and thought about taking a 3-pointer, but realized, you know what, we can get the last shot here of the first half, and now cuts it down to a 7-point deficit. Iko obviously 61% from within the rainbow. While Minsky 5 for 11 from downtown. Well, Ike also 4 for 10 from the perimeter. And it's been that kind of game so far. Well, Ivasalisa, the queen, Ikitini Mavri dominating the rebounds 21 to 14. While also having 6 more assists, but Smokey Minsky do have 1 more still for that matter. Well, Keith Langford's just been simply the best in this game with 16 points, followed up by Yanni Morera off that first quarter dominance. Lowry leading the way for Smokey Minsky 10. We'll now show you some highlights from the first half. Well, here was the pick and pop, but there you can see Masholis going down with a cram jam. Chris Clyburn now just showing, again, that they must commit to him on defense on the perimeter, because this man will light it up downtown. Again, Yanni Morera putting in a top performance, playing that high-low role. at the high post for Ike in the against the 2-3 zone of Smokey Minska. What a pass by Masholis, finding Loyeski. Well, Masholis has just got the basketball IQ of a genius. I mean, you know, very decorated career, but what a look at this for a move by Yannick Marrera. Marrera spins one way, pump fakes and steps. I mean, that is Akeem the Dream there in a Nike jersey. Top of the key, smooth as you like. Well, the perimeter shooting so far from Smokey Minska has been dominant. Again, the pick and pop and need whatever they have to do to stay in this game. They got to keep making those perimeter shots. They must light it up in the second half. Well, that was a turnaround again. What a way to end the, and that's now the back-to-back quarters where Smokey Minska have scored on the very last possession of the first and second quarter. But look at Keith Langford here going to Yannick Marrera. Marrera, I thought he was going for a lob to find an open Moses, but Marrera putting in a teardrop. That's the kind of player Yannick Marrera is. I mean, he just has great ball handling skills and is able to get the ball on the floor from 15 feet and isolate. You can see Chris Clyburn now going to work. Well, the perimeter shooting must continue from Smokey Minska if they're going to come back in this game. They must keep lighting it up, but more importantly, there you can see Lowry going coast to coast on that one. Well, Lowry has been phenomenal, but they need him much more in the game if they're going to come back into this one. Remember, they must win by a total of 26 points to give themselves the slightest chances. Keith Langford. That Langford is just so complicated. Just walks his way through.
Guarded by Morgan, his little pass close, but again another turnover, a third of the game. Oh, easy layup from the trailing man.
Julian just drives into a brick wall. And there's the lob, and there's There's the finish with the Raw. As Taryn Phillip gets out in transition, throws it down with the Raw, and gives us a couple of tickets to the gun show.
Morgan, his pass. A little bit behind, nearly a steal for Bernard Karsiaka. Now they got it back. As Hunt gets the finish off the lob. Mario Hunt guts up high.
But quickly to the other end, and the follow. How about that from Jay Crockett? Goodness me, the pioneer Crockett flying in and throwing it down.
And Jerusalem look like they've, upstairs for the throwdown, and Thomas just highlights it. And Tashawn Thomas pushes the elevator button, goes to the top floor, and throws it down.
Oh, great defense from Krivali, who goes in and throws it down with that left hand. The anticipation, and then he says, there's only one result here, and he throws it down with a little bit of tomahawk action. 8.5 seconds left. What will Strasbourg do? They get it to Colson from behind the arc. Good! Incredible! He's done it again! Only this time he's tied it.
Also into the action for Dijon is Alinge. Oh, what a rejection from behind by Jeremy Simmons. What a play. Dijon thought they had the easy shot.
They've got Korkmaz again. He finds his way out of the park. Wiltshire on the baseline behind the back. Wiltshire finds a way. Always tries to find a way.
Oh, nice pass, and Madsen comes in and throws it down.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the second half of this Group C fixture between our host, Smoky Mitska, and our visitors, AEK Athens, here in the Basketball Champions League. Remember, this is the final game of the regular season for these two teams. As it stands, AEK are in the lead by 7 points. They lead 40-33. Smoky Mitska, well, it's pretty much a mission impossible for them because they must win by 26 points and hope that Hapoel Holon become victorious over Cholet, who are also playing right now in this group. Well, if you are watching us live on livebasketball.tv, you can swap over and see the other game. But as it stands, this is a fantastic game for Rob Lowry Jr. and Keith Langford on opposing teams, as both putting in great performances. Lowry with 10 points and Keith Langford leading all scorers of 16 in this one. AEK now will have the first possession here of the second half, and Nikos Gikas, who's had a very steady, quiet game so far. Comes off another pick and roll. Yana Marrera, down low to Marrera. Marrera dishes it off in the lane. Bit of contact, doesn't get it. Well, comes up with a loose ball now by Moses. They turn it over. Well, Marrera made a great backdoor pass here, but again, it was just a very soft move down low, but got to take care of the basketball. It's now the 11th turnover of the game for AEK. Kleiman now got it by Marrera, kicks this one out. In the lane now, I believe a foul, I think, has been called on Moses. So we'll be baseline ball now to Smoky Mitska. Well, Smoky Mitska's got to make the most of the pick and roll. I mean, anytime they get in that situation, they got to come off the roll hard and make sure they get an option down low. Now here you can see Moore's going to go with Lowry. Lowry now, a bit of contact in the lane, goes in with a little teardrop, and it rims in and out. But it will go back baseline ball again to Smoky Mitska's. Yana Marrera tips out of bounds. They get much better there. Get to the basket, but got to keep pushing this one. Well, wide open, why not? Takes a three-pointer and again. Doesn't take many three-pointers. But Derek Cook Jr. nails that one. Well, time and space, why not? Let it go. Gikas now. Well, he jumped in the air and he made a Papa Lucas-esque pass, but turned it over. Kleiman now, he'll try for three. In and out, can't get it. Well, he had Lowry wide open under the basket. That's a wasted opportunity by Smoky Mitska. Well, Tratinetsky gets called for the foul there. As Ike will get the possession back. Gikas now coming off the screen, goes all the way to the basket, puts up a little teardrop, doesn't get it, but I think a foul's gonna be called there on Rob Lowry. Just a bit of a, well, there was a shot. Cook went for the block, and Lowry, there you can see, right there, gets underneath Yannick Marrera. It's a bit of a dangerous play. So we'll be baseline ball now to Ike. In the lane now, why not? It's too easy. Well, Kingsley Moses just made a simple cut, uncontested. And again, Smoky Mitska can't give away easy buckets like that because Ike will punish you. Well, why not? Made a bit of contact, takes the three-pointer, doesn't get it. And Ike now will just take their time and get into another half-court set again. Comes the pick and roll with Gikas. Marrera all the way. Well, nobody stepped in. Yannick Marrera just went straight down the middle. Well, probably took one too many steps, but yeah, no help side defense whatsoever. Lowry goes in, dishes off to Cook. Cook puts up a little teardrop, and he gets it. Well, that's much better by Smoky Mitska. Making a penetration. Just having a dish off to the big fella. Again, Gikas goes with Yannick Marrera. This time comes off the left. Gikas in the lane. Why not? Off the backboard. Well, misses everything. Now Lowry try to push this one down in transition. Lowry goes behind the back and draws the foul on Nikos Gikas.
Nikos Gikas, номер 20, первый фол, the first personal foul.
Поздравляем наших хлопцев. Смоки! Смоки!
Замена в команде Smoky Minsk на площадку вышел Вадим Ступида, номер 11.
So Cook Jr. comes out of the game, and again, interesting lineup now with Smoky Mitska. It's very small they got out there. Lowry comes off one screen, down the middle, kicks out. They try another three. The three is up. The three is good. Well, again, the perimeter shooting. Probably just one thing that will keep him in this game. Tratinetsky, again, the kick out. Beautiful play there by Lowry just to find him wide open. Gikas now back with Yannick Marrera. Marrera, does he get the drop? Can't get it. Well, Stubeta now gets a rebound, and now Smoky Mitska with possibly the chance to tie the game up. Bit of contact. Now Rob Lowry will go to the free throw line. Another foul called on Nikos Gikas. Now, question is, does Coach Ilias Papadedro go for a change and possibly switch this one up now that Gikas has picked up another foul?
The second personal foul.
Well, we talked about his veteran years as well as playing for pretty much a wealthy career, fantastic team so far here in Europe. Well, he started his pro career in 2010 in Germany. Again, he's played for some very high-profile clubs. So we mentioned VF Riga, who are also a member of the Basketball Champions League back in 2014, and makes a second free throw, cuts it down to a one-point ball game. Gikas now on the ball. Gives this one up. Loyeski takes a three-pointer. Got it! Well, Calimera possibly with that one as he just wakes up the offense of the Queen. And it was only a matter of time until Loyeski got an opportunity from downtown. Well, deep three there. You can see the step back, no good. Kingsley Moses with a rebound. You just hear the traveling Ike fans now just making their voices heard. Loyeski's made 1 3. Couldn't get this one off. Goes down low to Moreira. Moreira goes baseline. Yannick Moreira gets blocked by the rim. Comes up with a loose ball, and he'll get fouled. Stubeta there just lost the ball. Again, have a wasted opportunity there for Smokey Minsk to get out in transition.
Александр Густагвар, номер 34-й, второй фол. Замена в команде Smoky Minsk.
Like are going to go to their bench now. Probably a good opportunity as Dimitrios Maraitis will come back into the game. Well, the foul is on Pushtavar, so Kingsley Moses will shoot these 2 free throws. Well, the Nigerian international played at the University of Arkansas. She started his career in Belgium and also played for rivals Peristeri as well as Retabet Bilbao Basket. Another experienced player. Turn it over now. Maraitis transition all the way with a little bit of throwdown, and look what it means to him. Oh, big fellas, that's why you run the fast break. Well, great defense here. Maraitis comes up with it. Watch Kingsley Moses run it down. Throw it down, Kingsley.
Да. Если он играет вот так, Влад, тогда мы играем вот так, да? А не стоим и смотрим, и ждем чуда. Стуба, вынеси ему зубы, да? Дай пас. Вперед, да? И не жди, что там будет все просто. Давай, Женя, Сань. Играет как четвертый, да? Да. Давай, в защите играем смену. Играем switching defense. Ступа, ты играешь one step ahead. Давай нападаем так, нападаем так. Леха, играешь как четвертый, шорт. Давай, шорт.
Well, there you can see Moses running the fast break. A little bit of showtime. Ike basketball. Throw it down, Kingsley. Well, that is why you run transition basketball when you play for the Queen. Kitrini Mavri, Vasilisa, one of the most decorated clubs in all of Greece and all of Europe for that matter. European champions 2018. Champions of the Basketball Champions League. Comes off one screen now, but this is where they got to get better going back door, possibly try and make the defense shift a little bit. Hesitation now, double dribble, and again, oh sorry, carrying violation. Ostabruski again, you can see he's trying to make a little bit of space and isolate for a step back three-pointer, but again, I can anticipate that you got to make the defense shift and get him off the back foot. Maraitis now looking to go pick and roll. Yannick Moreira, but this time Loyeski goes for it. 4 on the shot clock now. He's got to get something going. Finds Yannick Moreira. Yannick Moreira gets the and one. Well, I mean, he is simply unstoppable. I mean, look at this, right at the end of the shot clock. Finds Moreira, kisses that one off the glass. Oh, Efkaristo. Like now with a double-digit lead, and again, so many options they've got as Moreira can't make the three-point play, but Kingsley Moses gets the offensive rebound. Big-time three, doesn't get it. Moses with another rebound. I think another foul's been called. I think the foul has been called on number 6, Alexei Tratsianetsky.
Замена в команде Smoky Minsk на площадке
Again, for them, it's about any option they can have, but without Lowry, without Cook Jr., and then without Clyburn again, Smokey Minsker in desperate need of some leadership on the court. Moreira now will shoot these 2 free throws. As we mentioned, Yannick Moreira, one of the finest basketball players to come out of Angola. Played his university basketball at SMU in Dallas, Texas. And again, a man who's played for some of the top clubs in Europe, has featured for a lot of teams in the Basketball Champions League. For PAOK, we saw him last season for Peristeri. He was a champion back in 2019. 12-point lead now to Ike, and they are in the penalty with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. So Smokey Minsker is going to have to play some very smart and disciplined defense to avoid giving Ike any more trips to charity stripe. But will Ike just get called for a foul there? Aurora Kavapoulos, you can see, just overcommitted. It's only the 4th team foul for Ike, so will be sideline ball now to Smokey Minsker. Well, they got to shoot this one. The 3 is up. 3 is good. Well, that just cuts it down to single digits. And again, it will do a lot of confidence for Smokey Minsker to stay in this game. Well, he now is 2 for 2 from the perimeter. And again, the question is, can he keep cooking it up tonight? Well, loose ball under the basket now. Question is, the possession will be baseline ball now to Ike. Well, Gigas gets this one into Loyeski. Now they've got 10 on the shot clock. Loyeski takes another 3. Doesn't get it. And now Smokey Minsker with a chance to cut into the deficit. Comes off one screen now. Why not catch and shoot from downtown? Got it! Well, they are starting to cook it up right now. And it's that man, Stabruski. Well, Stabruski, excuse me, hits his 2nd tray ball of the game. And all of a sudden now, I mean, look at this, curls around the screen. Reggie Miller-esque, right under pressure. Gets his feet set in, lets that one drop. And Ike now have to call timeout. I mean, that is a tough shot to get off, especially when you got 2 hands in your face of Loyeski. But again, look how quick he gets his feet set. And young players, that is why you work on your footwork. Because the footwork of getting the shot off is so important there. Well, the full court pressure now from Smokey Minsker. Keith Langford's back in the game, and a beautiful seal off there by Loyeski. And again, that's just too easy. Well, that's been happening all night long. And again, Yannick Moreira staying in that high post roll. Well, tries another 3-pointer catch and shoot, can't get it. Offensive rebound, goes in with a jump hook way off the backboard, can't get it. Looks like a foul has been called, and I think they're going to call that one. Looks like they've called that one on number 12, I think, on Belianku. Belianku, I think, just went over the back on Lajeski on the rebound, so it's a great call by the official. Comes off one screen now. We're looking for options. Has to kick this one out. Baseline all the way, bit of contact. Gets the and one. Well, a tough move by Kingsley Moses. All right, at the end of the shot clock, Moses put it on the floor, went baseline, made the contact, and now he's going to go to the free throw line to make a three-point play. Well, Belianku, he gets called for the foul now. He will go to the bench. Well, he makes the and-one play. Jonas Mašiolis, the veteran national player from Lithuania, will check back into the game for Ike. Well, as Rob Lowry now comes back in for Smokey Mitska. Well, another careless turnover. Keith Langford, Langford almost lost it, but did everything to keep it alive. Down low to Kingsley Moses now, kicks this one out. Mašiolis. Down low to Moreira. Moreira now backs down, bangs a little bit, spins. Bit of contact, kicks out. Keith Langford, end of the shot clock. Ena Dio Tria Paracalo. Well, Keith Langford does what he does best, and he makes it rain from downtown. I mean, he is the last player you want the ball in the hands of right at the end of the shot clock, because he can get a shot off in any pressure situation. We're in the shot clock now, has to take a Hail Mary three, way off the mark. They almost get an offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be Ike ball. Well, Chris Kleiman now comes back into the game as well for Smokey Mitska. And a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. As Ike now have a 14-point lead, and Larry guarding Keith Langford. Langford, the Euro step, puts up a little floater. He gets fouled, and he's now going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. You can see the impact someone like Keith Langford just has on any game, and it's probably why Ike have always been favorites this season to really get back to that Final Four, and that's what it's all about here in the Basketball Champions League. Going through a tough regular season. Again, credit to the Basketball Champions League for making an excellent work of it to happen this year. As Langford makes both free throws. It's now a 16-point lead to the Queen, Ekaterina Mavri. Kleiman now gets caught in the backdoor play to keep it alive. Lowry draws a foul. It looks like the foul is going to be called on Moraitis. Well, Moraitis, you can see, just reached in at the last moment. Well, they missed the first one again. Well, they got Cook Jr., Kleiman, and Lowry Jr. on the court. I mean, sorry, excuse me. When they got Lowry, Cook Jr., and Kleiman on the courts again, it's a different team at Smokey Mitska. Question is, are are they going to play the full fourth quarter? Because, again, they're just such a good three to have out there. They make things happen. And right now, they got to do a good job of containing Keith Langford, because Keith Langford has been causing all sorts of problems. Masholis goes in the lane. He can't get it. Well, just under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Smoky Minsk trail by 15 points. Well, had a wide open look, goes in for a little teardrop, can't get it. Tip back, Cook gets an offensive rebound, finds Clyburn, he kicks it out. They try another three, the three is up, the three is good. Oh, question, did he have his foot on the line on that one? Well, it was a three-pointer, so it cuts it down to a 12-point ball game. Stabruski, he now hits his third travel of the game. Langford, bit of contact. Again, he'll go back to the charity stripe. Keith Langford, again, is just probably one of the toughest players to guard here in the Basketball Champions League.
Замена в команде АЭК. На площадку вернулся Маркус Слотер, номер 44.
Well, it makes the first free throw. It just starts to build a little bit more daylight on Ike's double-digit lead here in the third quarter.
Keith Langford.
Well, 9 seconds now here in the third quarter. Smoky Minsk now possibly one last chance. Comes off one screen. Draws a foul, and that's a smart play, because now Andrei Stabruski's going to go to the free throw line for two shots. A foul's on Moraitis, and he now picks up his fourth personal foul of the game.
Четвертый и третий фол.
Well, Stabruski did so well there just to come off the screen. You thought wasn't able to get a shot off, but just made that contact. He makes the first free throw. Makes the second one. Well, get into Moraitis. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, it is the queen, Ikitrini Mavri of Athens AEK, who hold on to a 12-point lead here in this Group C fixture of the Basketball Champions League. We'll just show you some stats and some highlights here from the third quarter. But again, what a game it's been so far. AEK really showing their dominance, while Smoky Minsk, again, having some good spells there, but getting caught out on defense by the dominant play of Keith Langford. They can see AEK 17 for 30 from within the rainbow, 6 for 15 from downtown, but 15 for 18 from the charity stripe, and that's been the difference in this game.
Яник.
Final quarter of the game now here in this Group C fixture, the Basketball Champions League between Smoky Minsk and AEK Athens. Well, Clyburn pulls up from mid-range, doesn't get it. Cook Jr. with a rebound. And I think the foul's gonna be called on Marcus Slaughter.
Marcus Slaughter, number 44, foul. The fourth personal
Well, that's his fourth personal foul as well. So Yanni Moreira is going to come back in the game. But again, look at the depth options for AEK. I mean, which player doesn't come off the bench? That's an outstanding player. Handoff now. Lowry's wide open, didn't take the shot. And a foul on the three-pointer. The foul, I think, is on Kingsley Moses.
Kingsley Moses, number 33, foul. The second personal
That's
foul.
only his second personal foul of the game, but Smoky Minsk now will go to the free throw line.
Smoky Napiera.
Well, the thing for AEK right now is pretty much they can't take the foot off the gas. They got to make sure that they stick to their principles and play very tough defense, but more importantly, slow things down on offense and don't need to rush anything. Oh, he misses both free throws. Well, again, you got to step up and make your free throws. You never want to look back on the game and think the outcome could have been different had you made all your free throws. He goes 0 for 3, but Cook with the offensive rebound. He goes up with it. Well, Derek Cook again. Something like that would just keep Smoky Minsk in this game. Go for those second chance points. Langford now guarded heavily. Oh, what a pass under the basket. Oh, it's too easy. On the shoulders. Just sealed off Clyburn. Got it down low. And again, he made 2 of those spectacular passes in the first half. But now he's on the right end of it. Well, takes another three-pointer way off the mark, but another offensive rebound. Finds Clyburn now. Clyburn steps back. Deep three. Doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound. Clyburn down the middle. Pump fakes. Bit of contact. Goes up. And he'll go to the free throw line. Kingsley Moses now picks up his third personal foul. Second in succession here in the fourth quarter.
Kingsley Moses, number 33, foul. The third personal foul.
И он хочет это почувствовать. Давайте все разом. Роберт!
Well, the free throw shooting has been very poor this season from Smoky Minsk, but again, for AEK, their problem right now is they're not boxing out. They got to take care of the rebounds. Don't want to allow Minsk back into this game. Well, he makes the second one now, cuts it down to an 11-point ball game. Finds Langford now. Langford's going to go pick and roll with Yannick Moreira. Langford goes in with a smooth move, but offensive foul's been called. I think they've called that one on Keith Langford. Well, Langford went off the screen now. Here comes a switch against Cook Jr. now. Right there. Oh, that's an excellent call by the officials because Langford just using his arm to push off Lowry.
У команды AEK 4 командных фола. 14 fouls.
Comes off one screen now. All the way, wrap around. Oh, he turns it all, keep it alive. Clyburn for a deep three, way off the mark. Oh, beautiful pass by Clyburn. Well, Stabruski came up with a loose ball, and again, he now moves up to 15 points. And what a remarkable play he's been so far for Smoky Minsk in this game. Oh, Clyburn comes up with it now. What do we have in transition? Well, he's going to lay that one up. And all of a sudden, it's now down to a 7-point ball game. And Smoky Minsk just giving everything here in the fourth quarter.
Во второй половине матча берет команда AEK.
Nobody saying about rebounding. Look at your game. Nobody saying about rebounding. You are unbelievable, guys. You are unbelievable. 4 rebounds in 2 minutes. You are unbelievable.
Well, look at the kids on the Maverick fans. Well, there was the follow-up there, the second chance points by Stabruski. And again, anything just to keep him in the game. I mean, you saw Cook, but Clyburn there came up with a loose ball and again was able to lay that one off the glass. And that's something that's going to keep Smoky Minsk in this game. Well, they really have to try and make sure they come up with these loose balls and just keep pushing back. But Ike, I mean, this is where championship experience pays in at the moment. They have to really try and assert themselves in the fourth quarter. And Keith Langford, again, has to step up and show the leadership. I mean, he's just arguably a top 5 player here in the Basketball Champions League. But right now, this is where the leadership needs to pay off, the experience. Langford now with the ball in his hands, finds Masholis. Kicks out to Langford, comes off a screen. Langford all the way, gets the and one. Well, when I said experience, I said leadership. Put the ball in the hands of an MVP. Give it to Keith Langford. Let him go to work. Once he comes off that screen, I mean, he's unstoppable. And there you can see Derek Cook putting his hands up and saying, what do I have to do to stop this guy? Langford makes a three-point play, puts him back up by 10 points. Lowry gets a handoff now with Stabruski. Stabruski now, he goes up for a wild shot, and he gets an M1. And Stabruski goes up to 17 points, and he's going to go to the free throw line to make a three-point play. I mean, that was something out of nothing because took it in the lane, had Yannick Marrera all over him. And you probably thought it was going to be a poor shot, but look at this. I mean, right in the face of Yannick Marrera. Yannick Marrera is about 6'10". He makes a three-point play, cuts it back down to a 7-point ball game. Loyeski now, he's made a couple tonight, makes another one. Well, when you need a three-pointer, you go to Matthew Loyeski. Well, that's his third tray ball of the night. He's now 3 for 5 from downtown. That's a big-time shot. Cook Jr., there you can see just keeping him in this game. Cuts it back down to 8 points. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Moraitis now finds Loyeski. Down the middle, kicks out. Well, Masholis tries a three, and he can't get it. Now Lowry with a rebound. Looks like he's going to go all the way. Kicks this one out to Stabruski. Corner, Clyburn, big three. Got it! 5-point ball game. Oh, Smoky Minsk just staying in this one. And Clyburn now hits his second tray ball. Great penetration by Cook. Kicking out to Clyburn, nails that. Langford now kicks out to Moraitis. Moraitis crosses over. Moraitis puts up a tough one, and again, he kisses that one off the glass. Well, he was fading away out of bounds and just got the right touch on it. Well, those are his first 2 points of the game. Clyburn tries another three-pointer. Clyburn is lighting it up. And Smoky Minsk are within 4 points. And all of a sudden, Clyburn has 8 points so far here in the fourth quarter. What a time to get them. But trying to get the ball in the hands of Keith Langford. Loyeski almost turned it over, but now here's the man you want the ball in the hands of. Langford 4 on the shot clock. What's he got? Langford, deep three. Doesn't get it. Clyburn with a rebound. Finds Lowry. Lowry hesitates. Finds Clyburn. Third three. Can't get it. Back to Clyburn now. Under the basket. He has taken this game over. It's now a 2-point ball game. He has scored 10 points so far here in the fourth quarter. Cuts to the basket. Right over Yannick Marrera. Avoids the block. Moraitis splits the screen. Good ball movement. Loyeski pump fakes under the basket. And again, Yannick Marrera just finishes cool as you like. And we got a timeout now, as Yannick Marrera now moves to 19 points here.
Ставик живой? Давай, скажи как-нибудь. Давай, Жека. Давай, Саша. Defensively, we continue to go man-to-man. Давай, значит, ты играешь 21-м. And let's go regular horns. Обычные рога. Zone, wherever they're gonna play. Женя, ты играешь. Ставишь заслон пап. И потом, Chris, be here. And you will play triple handoff with. Давай, let's go.
Well, there you can see Clyburn stepping up, hitting 2 big three-pointers so far here in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's just huge, huge shots. Again, what he's doing, he's putting on a show and just giving something for the fans to hold on to. Well, Lowry now will bring the ball up for Smoky Mintz. They trail this one by 4 points with under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Lowry tried to isolate. Oh, he turns it over. Well, he lost control of the ball in the pass there. Again, probably just trying to predetermine what he did before he did it. But now he's got to try and contain Keith Langford. Well, comes off the hand of Clyburn. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Ike ball on the baseline. Well, the good thing for Smoky Mintz, they only have 1 team foul. Well, Ike's already put Smoky Mintz in the penalty. In the lane now, thought about taking it. Goes baseline. Loyeski. Oh, he missed it. Oh, he got it back. Well, they fumbled it, but Loyeski missed a wide open look, but again, had another one. He now moves up to 17 points. Stabruski, no foul called. Now Langford finds it, transition, Masholis. Oh, Masholis went coast to coast. All of a sudden now it's back to an 8-point lead. Well, now under 4 minutes to go. Smoky Mintz, again, just careless turnovers have really cost him in the last 2 possessions. Lowry steps back, long 2-pointer, I believe, foot on the line. Well, again, tough shot by Lowry, but again, probably want to try and go for a 3-point now. Keith Langford, bit of contact there as Loyeski just keeps this one under control. Loyeski, oh, they almost turned it over, but Marrera keeps it alive. That's the way Yannick Marrera's been unstoppable. Fades away, doesn't get it. Clyburn comes up with a loose ball. And now Smoky Mintz will try to again get another look and just chip into the deficit. They trail by 6 points. Lowry finds Stabruski. 6 on the shot clock now. He's got to get something going. Stabruski spins around, goes all the way, hangs in the air, no foul called. Now 24-second violation. Now it looks like Yannick Marrera took a bit of a shot.
Замена в команде Smoky Minsk. На площадку вернулся Том Сеймонис, номер 4, Александр Бустагар, номер 34.
Well, we're now under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and Ike with a 6-point lead. Moraitis in the game along with Loyeski. Now here they go down low to Keith Langford. Guarded by Lowry. Langford fades away, doesn't get it. A foul has been called. The foul's on Lowry, so now Keith Langford's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Langford now makes a second free throw. Well, this is where Smokey Miss has to get a good shot off here. They don't want the deficit to get any bigger. Well, they find Lowry now, goes pick and roll. Lowry splits the defense, finds Cook. Well, the three's in the corner, he's got to make it. Got it! Well, back to a 4-point deficit. Well, 2:20 to go now in the fourth. Again, Smokey Mintz just staying in this game. 3 fouls to give until they put Ike in the penalty, but and a foul's been called off the basket. So we'll be sideline ball now to Ike. It looks like the foul again is on. Well, Lowry's going to leave the game. Well, Clyburn's in there along with Stabruski. Well, now they picked up another foul, so Smokey Minsk pick up their 4th team foul. So any more, they're going to send Ike to the free throw line. Well, Ike right now is just showing the patience and the experience. Just getting the ball inbound and probably just trying to get to the free throw line. Down low, wide open, Mashonas in the lane, throw it down. Well, he was wide open. Yannick Marrera just putting on a poster reel there. Well, they got to do better than that. I mean, now it's a 6-point ball game. Comes off one screen. Almost turns it over under the basket. Oh, I missed it. Oh, they put a tip back in, so they do get it. So 1:35 to go, and Coach Ilias Papadedro is going crazy right now. Probably frustrated they didn't come up with a loose ball. Well, now Lowry's come back into the game, and I think that was a very interesting decision to take him out for such a little time. Well, the problem with Smokey Minsk is any foul they do now, they're going to send Ike to the free throw line. So can't afford to foul now. But for Ike, you just want to take your time and possibly get that foul and get to the free throw. I mean, they've been unbelievable from the charity stripe tonight. Well, Langford now got it by Stabruski. This is the mismatch that Ike wants. Well, Langford now steps back, big three. Kali Nikta! Ikitani Mavri, that is for you. 30 points for Keith Langford. I mean, that is unbelievable. That's the kind of player Keith Langford is. In the lane now, Cook's got to go up with it. Oh, he gets it, and one. And he's going to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Oh, great play there. Foul is on Yannick Marrera. Well, Marrera just got his hands up a little too late. That's his 4th personal foul now. Cook has to make this free throw. Put it back to a 4-point ball game. Got it. Well, still a 4-point ball game with under a minute to go. Well, here's where Ike, again, have to be patient. You're Smokey Minsk, you don't want to foul. Don't want to send him to the free throw line, but again, you don't want the ball in the hands of Keith Langford. Langford spins around. Langford fades away. And a foul's been called. Well, they fouled him in the process of shooting the ball. Well, that was possibly the worst foul to give away because now, right at the end of the shot clock, where he missed the shot as well, Lowry fouls out, so Keith Langford is going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, he missed the first free throw. Well, that could be big. Well, he makes the second one in. 5-point lead to Smoky Minsk now. Marcus Slaughter's going to come back in the game for Yannick Moreira.
Давайте устанем, подтримаем команду. Зачем осталось от трошки до конца.
My question is, Smoky Minsk, you got to get a quick basket now, because if you can get under 24 seconds, give themselves a chance. Clyburn steps back. Oh my Lord, he got it! 2-point ball game. Well, that is just a huge three-pointer. Well, Clyburn has hit 3 big dimes from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And it is a 2-point ball game. Now, I was saying they got to score before the 24-second mark, but that is as big a shot as it gets. Well, they got a quick foul. Lemanis did foul Moraitis. Now, Moraitis has 2 points tonight, but again, nervy moments. Got it! Well, dealt with the pressure. But now Smoky Minsk, if he makes this, they got to get a rebound and get a quick basket. If he misses it, question is, well, looks like they're going to call timeout if he scores this. Well, deals with the pressure, and that is sign of a true professional basketball player. Moraitis going 2 for 2 from the charity stripe to put Ike back up by 4 points.
You got the ball. Chris, you're right here. Stop it. D, you set the screen for Sasha. Okay? Саня, ты идешь Стабрику, ставишь сюда заслон. D, and you set that screen for Chris. Pass and attack. Okay? So, 1, he goes and like short. Try to curl it. D, sell it and hit him here. Attack with the foul. Go for 2. And we foul on 21. We foul on 21 right away. On big guy. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Well, you can see they're going to try and get the ball to Chris Clyburn, but, you know, Ike's going to anticipate that. You Smoky Minsk. I mean, you got to go without whatever's the best option right now to get a quick bucket, but and Clyburn's going to be the main option. I imagine you can see guarded by Keith Langford. They're probably going to switch, which means and a 5-second violation. Well, that is a poor turnover. Well, coach's plan was to get it to Clyburn, but again, he didn't get open in time. And now Moraitis is fouled again. So he'll go back to the free throw line with 21.4 seconds to go as they lead this one by 4 points. Well, Moraitis did so well stepping up to the free throw line on the last journey. Again, just gets the shooter's drop. Well, that is why you spend hours and hours practicing free throws when you're tired, because you never know just how important they're going to be. In the case of Demetrios Moraitis, it's tonight, 4 for 4. Well, now Smoky Minsk need a quick bucket. Goes in with a reverse layup, doesn't get it. Well, gets his own rebound, gets fouled. Well, could have got the and one there, but well, the foul is on Masholis. That's his 3rd personal foul of the game. Well, he makes the second one now, cuts it down to a 4-point ball game. It's great to see that the fans are enjoying the occasion. 10.6 seconds left. Smoky Minsk just put on a bit of full court pressure. Well, against Keith Langford, he's now fouled by Chris Clyburn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a bit of news from Group C is Hapoel Holon will progress through to the playoffs for the first time. Big moment for that club, and again, just as they had a very emphatic victory against Cholet, 89-71. Well, he missed the first free throw, and again, free throws could be 9.5 seconds left. This game definitely is not over. We'll never say never in professional basketball, especially here in the Basketball Champions League. So he makes the second one, gives him a 5-point lead. Now, Minsk have to be quick, and they have to get a quick shot off. No time to waste. Steps back, takes a 3-point, doesn't get it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ivasalisa, Nikitrini Mavri, Ike come up with a big victory here to finalize this Group C as they win 94-90 over Smoky Minsk. Well, it was a great game, went to the very end. But it is last year's finalists and the champions of the 2018 Basketball Champions League who come up with a big victory, and they will progress through to the next round, along with Hapoel Unet Credit Holon. Well, Smoky Minsk did play some very inspiring basketball tonight. Came close, but they were just unable to hang with the champions. Well, they shot 14 for 30 from downtown, just under 50% from the perimeter. Chris Clyburn putting on a cooking show in the fourth quarter. They did out-rebound Ike, 34-31. They had 6 less assists and 2 less steals. But the queen, Ivasalisa, she comes up with the victory. Keith Langford has a nickname, and it's 3 letters, and it's MVP for tonight's game. 32 points. Yanni Moreira followed up with 21. Matthew Loyeski with 17. And there you can hear the Ike fans just showing their appreciation. There you can see Kingsley Moses probably getting, I mean, that is just way too wide open. Yanni Moreira going to the basket uncontested. I mean, it was just too easy. Well, there's the deep perimeter shooting again. It's been that kind of evening. Well, 14 three-pointers all night long for Smoky Minsk, but again, it just wasn't enough. I mean, the inside presence on defense was a problem for them to handle Ike. There you can see the high-low pass from Yanni Moreira to Loyeski. Well, for Smoky Minsk, it's one of those nights as well where they just scratched the surface and came very close, but it was a follow-up and a great pass set by Clyburn, but really, it's a great follow-up there. Michelle has just probably got a hand on the shot, stop him from scoring the three-pointer. But Keith Langford, I mean, just simply, how do you stop this man? I mean, he's simply unstoppable. You can see the and one. I mean, Smoky Minsk came up with some big shots that was just able to keep them in this game, but again, just wasn't enough options down low to deal with the size of Ike. The kick out, Clyburn hitting a big-time three-pointer. Kleiman there, you can see, was just instrumental in the fourth quarter. I mean, single-handedly, Smoky Mitz were down by as many as 16 as he brought them back in this game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us, but as it stands, Hapoel Keret Holon finally make the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League, and I go through. It was a good season for Cholet and Smoky Mitz. In a very tough circumstances, in a very tough group, we're not able to progress further. Well, we thank you for joining us, but for now, Kali Nikta, and good night from the Basketball Champions League.